Hello and welcome back to episode 4, Club 8 of Unknown to World Known. We're back once again with AC Milan, and since you were last with us, we've won every single game. So as mentioned, since the loss to Juventus, we bounced back from that with a win against Brescia 2-1. We then beat Vicenza 3-1. Fiorentina we wiped aside 4-1, and then most recently we beat Benevento 2-1 with a late goal from Barreiro to win us the game. So today we're going to be playing Genoa and Lazio. Also, what has happened very recently, Juventus and Inter Milan did drop points, so that we've got a game in hand over them. If we win, we go on to 67 points, 2 points behind Juventus, 4 points behind Inter Milan, with them both to play. So the title race isn't over. We might be able to get back into it if we can keep our good run of form going. But of course, first of all, we've got to navigate Genoa. Let's see if we can go and do that. So the lineup that we're going for today, we've got Donnarumma in goal, a back four of Savadori, Marcon, Kongju and Bellicoso. Bocchio makes his debut in the holding midfield. Then George Me and Felix are in front of him. Hansen Aaron on the right. Delorgu on the left and Cassiatore up front. So let's see if this can be the team that gets us through this game. Keles has picked up a bit of an injury, so he's out for a few games. Part of the reason why we're giving Bocchio a debut, he also just looks quite a good youngster, so I thought we'll give him a chance and see how he gets on, and hopefully he performs well. Aaron picking up an injury early on, which means we're going to have to send Mbappe out on the right hand side. We're going to encourage them as well. They've had an injury as well. Felix crosses it in. Marcon is in there, and it's not 1-0 because apparently he was offside. I'm not quite sure. Cassiatore stray offside. I'm intrigued as to how involved he was in this, because it's not Marcon who's been ruled offside. I mean, he's not really involved in that, is he? He wasn't really part of that goal. I think that's been disallowed a bit harshly. But at the minute, we're not really creating anything, but neither are they. It's been a dull game so far. As we approach half time, we're starting to have a few more shots, but nothing significant. And now we've got a late highlight with Genoa in possession. Rodriguez tackled on the edge of the box by Savadori. The referee's going to go over and look at this because, I don't know, it feels like having a run. Because recently it's been VAR doing it like it's meant to. And he comes back on and has ruled it was outside the box, like we didn't already know that. Now he's going to run all the way back down here and book Savadori. That was a bit unnecessary. It's a free kick for Genoa, and Tarquini is stood over it, and they've made it 1-0 right before half time. Football Manager at its best day. That's their first shot of the game. I'm not watching that again. Far from pleased with what I've seen, and demand more as soon as they walk out for the second half. And let's start to hit early crosses, shoot on sight, try and get more shots off, and get ourselves back into this. We're going to bring Felix off for Barreiro, because so far he's not really contributed anything. Mbappe with a corner here from the side, and somehow Kongju has been beaten in the air. I'm pretty sure he was in front of the goalkeeper, but he still managed to lose it, which is disappointing. Long ball forward now. Marcon hits it up in the air. Mbappe heads on to no one. And Genoa are back on the ball. Andros plays it back to Ali Kamal. Orestino back to Kamal. Pellegrini, Kamal, Pellegrini. And Mbappe nearly nicks it there, but they managed to play it around him. And the ball down the wing to Andros. Salvador is back there to cover for it, and he's given away a penalty. This team, I just don't, I can't be done with them. We've finally been given a chance to get back in a title fight, and this is how we've responded. By absolutely bottling it. Well, we're going to send Adele on for... How is Salvadori on a 7 with the game he's had? Like, he's taking the mick there, surely. We're just going to send the 3 up front. Why not? We've got nothing else to do in this game. We might as well try and get back into it by going 3 up top. Ball goes in, it's headed away from Marcon and headed on. Bellicoso picks it up. He plays it back to Mbappe on the right, who is trying to find a way into the box. Crosses it in. I don't know who he was trying to find there, unless it was Tarquini. And Bocchio on his debut has decided he's going to get sent off by snapping someone's legs. Well, this hasn't been fun. And now a cross comes in from Genoa, and Kemal shoots over the bar. But this has just been horrendous. Marcon goes short to Salvadori. Ball over the top towards Mbappe, who's in behind and can't finish it. Salvadori then picks it back up, but it's the end of the highlight. And it's a horrendous 2-0 loss to Genoa. In a game that, as I say, we could have thrown ourselves back into a title race, because win this, get a win against Juventus and Inter, and we'd be splitting them. We'd be 1 point behind Inter Milan. We've decided, nah, we don't want to do that. We want to lose to a bottom half of the table team and make it as difficult as possible to get back in a title race. Because even if we win, oh my goodness, even if we win now, what against Juventus and Inter Milan, we're not really, we're still third. So I'm very annoyed about this game. Marcon clears it upfield to Mbappe. That's game over. We're throwing the water bottle. And as for you, Bocchio, whatever your name is, you give a young lad a chance. He's 19. He's been given a chance to start for AC Milan. And he's decided to get sent off. Utterly ridiculous. Let's go and see if we can bounce back against Lazio. If it would even matter, I don't know. Let's go and see what happens. We're back now for the game against Lazio. We've only made a couple of changes. Papa is now sitting in the holding midfield. Barrerio is starting instead of João Felix, and Jose Antonio and Adele move on to the wings instead of Mbappe and Delogu. So let's see how we can do. It was Aaron and Delogu that were on the wings. Let's see if we can bounce back from that disappointing result with a win. Made even worse by the fact that Juventus have won now. So they're a game ahead of us, but they did win it. So we've missed a big chance to close the gap, really. And now our only big chance is going to be when we play them, and even then it won't get us above them anymore, which is very disappointing. Papa plays it to Cassiatore to George me, He exchanges the ball with Adele and then spreads it out to Bellicoso, who crosses it in, and Jose Antonio is there to make it 1-0 to AC Milan with 20 minutes gone. I keep thinking I can see something out my window. I can't. I'm just going a bit crazy. But a nice ball across from Bellicoso. And the Megs on the goal as well for Antonio. And we find ourselves 1-0 up. We're going to praise them. It's been a good start. And we're just going to try and control the game now. As you see, we're largely doing that already with 62% possession so far. Bellicoso throws it to George to Adele, who tries to go back to George, but gives the ball away. And now Anjos plays the ball forward. Conju heads it back to him. But then Guedes is down on the right here. And George with a good tackle, but Guedes keeps it in play. Sends it back into the middle. Popper heads away. Cassiatore is going to pick that up and goes past his man. And now he's going to bring it back inside. Ball through for Adele, and that is 2-0 against relegation-threatened Lazio. And I can't help but question where this performance was against Genoa. I'm not going to let it go, because it was... I don't understand where the difference is. We've come here, controlled the game completely, and actually scored goals. Against Genoa, we decided not to score goals because reasons. Bellicoso heads down to George. Barrerio clears it out to Cassiatore. He is brought down, but Barrerio has it break nicely for him. Plays it through for Adele, who makes it 3-0. And Adele is a player, brought him in, and he's struggled to get going throughout the season. He's just starting to get a few goals on the board. Even that, only his fourth for the season. It's been a bit of a disappointing signing, if I'm being honest. Although he has been hampered by injury, but maybe not to the extent that he should be for only having 4 goals. We're going to bring Antonio off because I know he wasn't going to be able to make it through the full 90 minutes. We'll send Darwin Núñez on in his place. And now we've got 30 minutes to go. And we're going to make another change here. Delagu on for Cassiatore so that Adele can move up front. Bellicoso throws it into George. Back to Bellicoso. Back to Conju, who finds George and exchanges the ball there. Forward to Delagu, who's going to bring it inside. Finds Darwin, who tries to find Adele, but it is intercepted. Marcon picks the ball up. Savadori, and it's worked back to Darwin, who then gets tackled, but it falls to Savadori, who gets past the tackle. Plays it into Barrerio to the edge for George, whose shot is blocked, but it's cleared back out to Savadori, and then Darwin was at the front post, but heads over the bar. And now 20 minutes to go. We're looking very comfortable in this game. We're going to send Ethan Laird on for Savadori for the last 15 minutes or so. I think it's Ethan Laird and João Felix both announced their retirements at the end of the season. Conju heads away to Darwin, who's able to run onto it. We've got men forward here, and this is a great chance. Adele making a run, and Darwin goes for goal by himself. And that was the chance for him to play Adele through, but instead he went the selfish route. That is full time, so it's a 2-0 win. A 3-0 win, sorry. I forgot about Antonio's goal early on. That pretty much secures us in third place. However, also, we're going to be asking a lot to finish anything higher than third. Let's go and have a look at what we're going to come back. So I think what we're actually going to do is we'll just come back at the end of the season for the Atalanta and Cagliari games, unless by some miracle we're in with a chance of winning the title in one of the games prior to that. It's going to be very unlikely. So we'll probably just come back for the end of the season. If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like down below. Comment how you think we're going to end the season. Are we going to hold on to this third place? Are we going to improve it at all? And subscribe if you are enjoying the series. Thank you very much for watching.